Welcome to Weather 84. On Sunday, a severe earthquake measuring 6.9 on the Richter scale struck Taiwan, causing trains to go derailed and triggering tsunami warnings in southern Japan. The United States Geological Survey first reported that the earthquake had a magnitude of 7.2, but then revised their estimate to 6.9, indicating that the potential for a tsunami had gone. According to Taiwan's Central Weather Bureau, the earthquake that occurred near Taitung city on the island's southern coast had a magnitude of 6.8 and occurred at a relatively shallow depth of 4 miles. A succession of aftershocks were felt all throughout the island, even in Taipei, which is over 320 kilometers away from the epicenter. According to the Central Weather Bureau of Taiwan, there have been more than 100 earthquakes registered in the previous 24 hours. A powerful earthquake struck parts of Taiwan on Sunday, collapsing a building with 3 stories and momentarily trapping 4 people inside, stranding over 400 tourists on a mountaintop, and derailment a portion of the passenger train. The earthquake with a magnitude of 6.8 was the strongest of hundreds that have shaken the southeastern shore of the island since Saturday evening, when an earthquake with a magnitude of 6.4 struck the same location. No initial reports of significant injuries were received from the scene. According to Taiwan's Central Weather Bureau, the epicenter was located in the town of Chishan at a relatively shallow depth of 7 kilometers. It looked that the most of the damage occurred to the north of the epicenter, 4 miles. In the adjacent village of Yuli, the 3-story structure that housed houses on the higher floors and a 7-Eleven convenience store on the first floor was destroyed by a collapse. The building's owner, who was 70 years old, and his wife were the first people to be saved during the fire. Nevertheless, it took longer to reach a lady who was 39 years old and her daughter who was 5 years old. A photograph that was made public by the municipal administration of Yulin showed rescue personnel in orange uniforms and helmets passing a metal ladder to a child who was laying on a blanket and being helped down from the top of the rubble. The top 2 floors of the building were left strewn over a tiny street and onto the other side as the structure collapsed, and power cables were sent crashing to the ground as a result of the collapse. In Yuli, it was claimed that more than 7,000 families were without electricity, and there was also damage to the city's water lines. According to media accounts, law enforcement officers and firemen went to the scene of a bridge collapse on a 2-lane road in what seemed to be a rural portion of the same town. The incident may have included the loss of 3 lives in addition to 1 or more automobiles. According to the Central News Agency, a landslide that occurred in Yuli also caused around 400 visitors to become stuck on a mountain that is well known for the orange day lilies that carpet its slopes during this time of year. They did not have access to electricity, and the mobile phone coverage was poor. The Central News Agency said, quoting the railway administration, that debris from a collapsing canopy on a platform at Dongbli Station in Fulai Town, which is between Yuli and the epicenter at Chishan, hit a passing train, causing 6 cars to derail. Fulai Town is located between Yuli and Chishan. There was not a single wounded passenger among the total of 20. It was possible to feel a shaking in Taipei, which is located near the northern tip of the island. One guy sustained injuries when the roof of a sports facility on the 5th level collapsed in Taiwan City, which is located west of Taipei and 210 kilometers, 130 miles, north of the epicenter of the earthquake. The Japan Meteorological Agency first issued a tsunami alert for many islands in the southern part of Japan, now close to Taiwan. They subsequently cancelled it.